Aloha everyone. So it's been over 2 months since I closed on the purchase of my Honolulu Airbnb condo. In this video, I'm going to give you an update on how rentals are performing so far. We'll take a look at the rental calendar to see how quickly we were able to get the property rented after we first listed it on Airbnb. The calendar will also show us what the occupancy rate has been so far and how far in advance the property is booking out. We'll also take a look at what the nightly rental rates have been in the first few months of bookings. Now, I did release a video right after we purchased the condo that shares more details on the property that I purchased. I share why I bought this particular condo, and I share a full video walkthrough of my property. If you haven't already seen that video, you might want to check it out right after you finish this one to get even more context. But I'll get you up to speed real quick right now. My condo is in the Executive Center building, which is in downtown Honolulu's financial district. This unit is on the 29th floor, and it has what I think are incredible views of the city and Honolulu Harbor. You can actually see the views behind me in the background now. We closed on the property on September 16th and spent a couple weeks upgrading furnishings and artwork and taking care of some of the handyman items. On October 9th, we officially listed the unit for rent on Airbnb. So now let's take a look at the calendar and talk about the rental income.
As you can see, our first booking checked in on October 10th. That's just one day after we listed the property for rent. Now that's really good, but we did offer a reduced nightly rate to get the first few bookings quickly. So the first 3 bookings all had nightly room rates under $135 per night, which is rather low. We figured reduced rental income is better than no rental income when starting with a blank calendar. That said, after we booked out the first 10 days, we didn't accept any rentals for less than $153 per night, and most bookings collected so far in 2025 are over $200 per night. So it is possible to fill up an empty calendar on short notice with a little strategy. Now, as far as the occupancy rates are concerned, the first month we had 14 booked nights out of 21 nights that were available for 67% occupancy. But in November, we booked 23 out of 30 nights for 77% occupancy. And even though we aren't all the way through December yet, we do have all but one night booked, which gives us an amazing 97% occupancy. Overall, the first 3 months, we averaged 82% occupancy, which is great for just getting started. That said, we are approaching the new year and we do have some gaps in the calendar that we still need to fill in the beginning of January and at the end of February. But based on what I've seen so far, I am confident that most of those days will get booked in the next couple of weeks. As far as our average nightly rate is concerned, the bookings we have serviced so far during our slower seasons averaged around $160 per night. But our future bookings, which stretch through the holiday season and are in the busier winter months, are averaging around $224 per night. So there is significant variation in nightly rates by the season, and I won't be able to tell for sure what the average nightly rate for the whole year will be until I collect more data.
There you go. So far, everything has worked out as good or better than I expected. We already have several reviews, and all of them are 5 stars. Now, in this video, we only covered the rental income, not the property expenses. But I will share that for me, the bottom line is about break even when I factor in the expenses like HOA dues, utilities, property taxes, and my mortgage payment. Now, I chose a loan program that offered a lower down payment than is normal at 15%, but it came with a higher interest rate than usual, so the property would actually be cash flowing nicely if I had used a more traditional loan. My strategy was to save the cash for other investments, and I'm already glad that I did that. And eventually I'll refinance when the interest rates come down and the property values go up. But that being said, even at break even, I'm still paying down the mortgage using the rental income. I receive the tax benefits of having a rental property, and the value of the property is likely to go up over time. For me, this is a long-term investment, and I get the bonus of being able to use the property myself from time to time. I'll do another video breaking down the exact expenses versus income in a few months when I have a longer and more established rental income history to share. In the meantime, feel free to reach out to me directly if you're interested in finding an investment property for yourself anywhere in Hawaii. We'll schedule a time for an initial consultation. We can talk about the pros and cons of different locations. We'll talk about the realistic expectations for rental income, and I'll connect you with my trusted associates and vendors and help guide you throughout the entire process. And if you're interested in renting my condo for your next trip to Oahu, I'll share a link in the description below to the Airbnb listing. Don't forget to like the video if you found it helpful, subscribe for more updates, and share this video with anyone you know who might also find it helpful. I hope to see you all in the next video. Aloha.